A lot of people are worried about kissing butt now. People aren't sticking to their roots. People are sellouts now.
To all my haters, you ain't all lie. You talk slick, but you ain't all lie.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long time no see. I know I said I was gonna be gone for a week. It's been a long week, probably about 3 weeks. I've been traveling and just really just zoning out. And sometimes you just gotta have self-reflection and just make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And I want you guys to know I definitely been sitting back and watching the comments, and the last video I put out, it grew a lot. You know, it grew a lot, and it was a lot of love, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. We're now pushing, we're pushing 900 subscribers now. You know, I know that's probably not a lot to a lot of YouTubers, but to me that's awesome. I appreciate every single one of you that's subscribing to this channel and showing it love. So thank you. I figured since the last vid was really successful and did really good, that I would do a Upchurch reaction, but not to a music video. This time I'm reacting to him saying it's his apology video. That's what it's called, my apology, right? So I'm gonna react to this, and let's get into it. Let's have some real grown-up conversation, you know.
Thought this was an apology video. That's cute. Listen, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or be that egotistical asshole, but am I the only country singer out here right now that's getting Billboard charting spots that just says what I want to, that doesn't apologize for everything?
Upchurch reminds me of the Joker.
Something I'm not, and have a bunch of team members.
Like the style, by the way.
And be like, oh, you have to say this, please, because we gotta make sure they know you're not racist. Am I the only one out here who has these, that just goes with my gut and listens to myself instead of 10 other fucking people? For real. So I woke up this morning with a bunch of text with links attached to them where another country singer is saying sorry for a music video that we've done back in 2015. And within these videos and stuff, in these articles that I've been seeing, there's a few things that don't really sit with me well. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to point those things out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about them. Now, before we get started, I am friends with quite a few country singers, and a lot of them have to stay silent. They can't speak their mind because they're within these little cliques. And
Let me just say this, Upchurch, he can talk his talk because he earned it. He earned every right to say the things he's saying, you know, and he puts that work in. Got to salute people who put that work in. He might talk, but he walks the walk, you know.
Stuck in these cliques, which is fine. I understand if you want to say silent, but I don't. Since my name was brought up in topic of discussion when all these things hit the internet, I feel like I can kind of say whatever the hell I want. So here we go. First things first. None of this was problematic until there was a problem. I've been preaching unity since day one, and I'm a guy who has the Confederate flag tattooed on me for life. There didn't have to be a video of another country singer saying the N-word for me to preach unity between blacks and whites. If you notice, in mainstream Nashville, there had to be a spike for them to even talk about.
Let me just say this. When I first seen Upchurch video, it was trending on Facebook, and he was talking about how hard it was for independent artists to actually be successful. So let me just say first off that I'm really happy that he succeeded, and his fan base grew so much because he seems like a great person. I just want to put that out there.
Unity or quote unquote them fixing themselves. You don't have to fix yourself. You can just be who you naturally are. If you're a good person, people are going to know you're a good person. If you're a piece of shit human, people are going to know you're a piece of shit human. It shows throughout the years of you being on the internet every day, day in, day out, your lives, people filming you out in public, whatever the case may be. That's what shows the character of a person. but I've noticed
he's not lying, because there's so many people, and excuse my phone if it keeps vibrating, but there's so many people on YouTube that I've watched throughout the years that contradict themselves, or they'll be in public doing something so ignorant and you're like, what the hell? And so he's not lying. Like, it's gonna show who you are overall. Like, you can only fake it so long. And we've never really, like, I haven't seen any like negative Upchurch stuff that made me go, whoa, this guy's, nah, I never have. I always just seen someone who's just lived their truth when I paid attention to him.
when the shit hits the fan with mainstream Nashville, whether these folks done anything or not, now they're all coming out saying sorry, begging for forgiveness. Please, no, not me. I'm not racist. I swear to God I'm not. Well, if you're not, then people will know.
Exactly.
But
that's a fact.
Very suspect when one country singer does something that he shouldn't have done, and then all y'all come out saying sorry for absolutely nothing. You didn't do anything. So why are you saying sorry? Which brings me to my next point.
Let me say this. I just watched, which everybody should check this movie out. Judas and the Black Messiah, about Fred Hampton, the Illinois chapter of the Black Panthers from back in, I think it was the 70s, maybe 70s, and they walked into, this is why I like Fred Hampton, right? Because he created the Rainbow Coalition, right? He was about uniting the people, right? That was their thing, the people. We all may have different struggles, but we have a common enemy, which is those at the top who are trying to oppress us, right? So they walk into, in this movie, I don't want to give too much away, but they walk into I don't know what it was, they walked like this meeting, right? And these people had the Confederate flag hanging, and it was a scene where a guy stood up. You know, he's like, hold on, my ancestors, we were sharecroppers. And another one said, oh, I didn't oppress shit. Like, my ancestors came over here after, and excuse my language, I'm not big on like cursing and stuff, just because I know there's probably young viewers watching me, and I like to show that respect. But basically he was like, my ancestors came after slavery. Like, I didn't oppress anyone. Like, so that's a key thing that was in that movie. You know, it's like, stop apologizing for something you didn't do. You know, stop feeling guilty for something you didn't do. Just go against what's wrong. Simple. Just stand up for what's righteous. Just walk in truth. Don't sit here and try to be like, think about that. How many people came over here after slavery? You know what I'm saying? How many people came over here after that? That had nothing to do. So it's like, what, you know, that's a key thing he's saying. And I know I'm going a little deep, but it does kind of tie into the point that he's making of why are you feeling guilty? Why are you apologizing? You know, unless you really are a racist.
Country music, attitude, outlaws, rebels, leaders, legends, lyrics. The legacy in which country music was built on for so many years is deteriorating because your favorite artists, the biggest ones in the game, are scared. They're outlaw country, but they're being told what to say. They're rebels, but their heart has no rebellious side whatsoever. They speak about true grit, but then they turn around and they're soft and do what they're told. Now look, I'm not saying, oh, well, you know, country music was built on racism, so we got to keep it. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, these people are starting to look like pushovers and look like little action figures that the record label just plays with all day. Oh, they all
That's true.
read the same pamphlet. Well, you see what
A lot of them are puppets.
So here's all
A
your
lot of them.
pamphlets. Get on the internet and say all this stuff for the camera and for what? Just why don't you just get on your phone? You are a country singer, you are a millionaire, you are whatever you think you are, but you're never too good to grab your cell phone and just get on here and speak from the heart. I mean, the biggest country songs in history were made from speaking from the heart, which is what you should be doing. And I think with the action,
which is like hip hop, originally, like all that came from the struggle, and from what it sounds like, what he's saying with country music, same thing. It all came from the root. A lot of people forgot their roots. A lot of people started to put money first, started to put attention first. A lot of people are worried about kissing butt now. People aren't sticking to their roots. People are sellouts now, and that goes for pretty much majority of the genres out now. In mainstream music, people are worried about what the critics, what the people say, or what whoever's controlling them has to say. It's not real no more. It's not freedom of expression anymore like you think. People are controlled, and let me hear the rest of he got to say, because he going in.
that some of these country singers have been taken, you're kind of just shitting on country music. You're not having any country music attributes. You have more CNN attributes than anything. Country music is about connecting with the person that lives in the country and lives that lifestyle. And it seems lately in the news and in the media, they're just trying to rake in everybody. Everybody's not gonna like you. Why are you trying to make everyone like you? When you're trying to make absolutely everybody like you, even people who don't listen to country music, you are losing true country music fans. It's not because you don't carry around the Confederate flag. It's not because you say the South will rise again. It's because you're being a sissy about the shit. Being a Music City native, born and raised in the 615, Nashville, Tennessee, my whole entire life, never did I think country music would be the one on its knees begging for forgiveness.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the same way I feel about rap music nowadays. Like growing up, with rappers, I listen to so much rap. I thought there would be more Tupac Shakurs. And yeah, we had our Nipsey Hussles, our people who came through taking care of the community and speaking facts and, spitting intelligence. Like I just seen a video from 3 years ago about Nipsey Hussle telling people to invest in a cryptocurrency. But it's like the ones who are like that, it's like they get killed, they get offed, they get, so it seems like basically he's saying the same thing when it comes to country music. Is like, yo, what happened to the roots? Damn, excuse me, I need some water. But what happened to the roots? What happened to you guys strayed away from the truth, just to be controlled by who knows what entity is controlling you, and that's not okay. That's not okay. That's not cool. It's different struggles. Like I said, if you go watch the Judas and the Black Messiah movie, when the Panthers they linked with and they started the Rainbow Coalition, like these people who are representing the Confederate flag, like Upchurch, they started working with the Panthers. Everybody started working together, like, okay, your struggle's different, but overall we have a common enemy. We got a common, listen, y'all do what y'all gotta do, we're gonna do what we gotta do, we're gonna actually work together, to take down the bigger enemy, and we're gonna get our piece of the pie, you get your piece of the pie, we don't have to be enemies, right? So I understand, trust me, I understand what he's saying about the roots of country and how people are straying away from that.
For something that it didn't even do. Growing up in Music City and being raised in this environment, not once did the Confederate flag to us mean that we hated black people. It meant rebellion. It meant prideful from being from the South.
I've seen a lot of people represent a lot of black people represent the Confederate flag.
Country folks out there remember the Dixie Outfitter shirts with the big pit bull on the back, with the truck on the front, with the roosters fighting each other on the back. It's a culture, man. So to me, that's exactly what the Confederate flag means. And not only that, it's nostalgic because it was being talked about in some of the biggest country songs when I was in high school. Take, for example, Red Atkins, Kiss My Country Ass. Tearing down a dirt road, rebel flag flying, coon dog in the back. Truck bed loaded down with beer and a cold one in my lap. Earnhardt sticker behind my head, my woman by my side. Tailpipes popping the radios, rocking country boy can't survive. And if you got a problem with that,
speaking from the heart.
Country ass. I mean, that's nostalgic, man. That's my childhood. It doesn't mean that I hated black people. My black buddies were in the truck riding around with me while we was jamming the shit. My Confederate.
See, here's another point. What I noticed is the confusion that whoever played this trick on all of us, the people that live in America now, is things are about culture. And we, once again, the black and white, I hate to always bring it up, but it's the truth. Like, when you say white people or you say black people, you're really talking about something that doesn't exist, because it's about culture. You got, like, I'm from New York, right? And we got our own internal wars. You know, you got Dominicans who are darker than me, who will tell you, me no black, but they're Dominican. You get what I'm saying? But it's like they don't see that black. You get what I'm saying? And it's been made such a negative subconscious meaning to it that people who fall under that, they don't even, oh, nah, I'm Dominican, or, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, or, you know, this, that, and the third, when the whole time you put them next to me, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. You know, so it comes down to culture. I think we need to knock down the black and white and just get back to culture. Like, what are you, Italian? What are you, Irish? What are you, Haitian? What are you, Jamaican? What are you, Nigerian? What are you, Cuban? What do you know? We have to get back to culture. Like, you know, where you, depending on the region where you're from, and when you put the black and white on it, then it just separates everything, and it creates all this warfare, then internal warfares, then there's confusion, when it should all just be about culture. We're all from different tribes. Humans come from tribes. You get what I'm saying? Where our ancestors tribal. This is tribe shit. That's where the confusion mixes in when you start saying black, white, when you start placing color, when this is really tribe shit, based on your region, based on your ancestry. I hope y'all keeping up with me right now.
Flag tattoo is one of the things that I have taken the most heat for over the years. Do I have the money to cover it up? Yeah, but I'm not gonna. My entire arms are covered with the South, dude.
Like when you speak about country, right? When you speak about, it's a tribe. It's a tribe. That's his tribe. You know, we're different tribes. Tribes go to war. But we got to stop placing just color on everything. Because like I said, the Dominicans, that's their own tribe right there. You know? And then so-called African Americans, we need to our problem is we need to figure out our damn tribe. Because we've been just out here in confusion, lost. You know, lost because we don't even know, a lot of us don't even know our real last names due to the transatlantic slave trade. A lot of us don't, our last names ain't our last name, so they basically just put black on that, or so-called African American, and there's a lot of people who their ancestry don't even go to Africa. That's a fact. Their ancestry goes right here. You know, that's another conversation, but we got to start doing DNA tests. We got to start really figuring it out and figure out our tribes and honor that and stop getting it confused with black and white. Because just because somebody black, a so-called black, don't mean it's your tribe. Just because someone's so-called white don't mean it's your tribe. Tribe shit.
My knuckles say Southern. Fishing hook. Rooster foot.
He's repping his tribe.
Lord, when I die, when I live on the outskirts of heaven. Lightning bugs. Honeysuckles. Browning symbol. Shotgun shell. Mallard. A fucking mallard. My dog that died a while back. Yellow. I got diamond plate on my arm. It says 1991. I got an American flag. I got Tennessee. I mean, I got a gamecock rooster.
Repping his tribe.
I'm not telling you sorry for using my environment where I was brought up as a warm blanket to love myself in. You're not going to make me say sorry because I'm not sorry. One of the biggest legends in the game used it as symbolism. Charlie Daniels. listen, dude, you're not shitting on Charlie Daniels as long as I'm breathing. This is a quote from Charlie Daniels. This is what he had to say one time about the Confederate flag. He said, "The Confederate battle flag was a sign of defiance, a sign of pride, a declaration of geographical area that you were born and proud to be from. That's all it is to me and all it ever has been to me. I can't speak for all, but I know in my heart that most Southerners feel the same way." And you know, I think it's pretty ironic and funny that I'm one of the only ones that's making country music right now that was actually born in Music City, in Nashville, Tennessee. Yet, I'm the one that they try to throw into the books.
Nashville.
I'm the one they shut out of their groups.
Nashville's a beautiful city, by the way. I was there not too long ago. Beautiful city. I think I stayed in something called the Cambria. Beautiful city. But you know why they do that to you, Upchurch, is because you're a leader and you're standing for something that's against this mainstream agenda. So you already know, bro. You already know that you're gonna be outcasted. But you got so much fans. You got so much. It scares them. They don't want that because you would be considered like just like in that Rainbow Coalition, they had their leaders from different tribes. Fred Hampton was ahead of his time. They had the Hispanics, right, with their movement. They had the so-called whites with their movement, and they were the so-called blacks with their movement. I say so-called because once again, this comes down to tribe shit, right? I hate to put colors on tribes. This is tribe shit. Look how everybody's screaming gang shit nowadays, right? That comes from a tribe mentality. They just don't know who they are. The music industry has successfully turned everything negative and used it against each other. And then when you take away the knowledge itself, no one really knows who they are. That's when it gets confusing and they all black and white. Nobody knows nothing. Everybody's a robot now, right? It's like, for example, what I said about people need to start taking DNA tests and find out their ancestry. People need to really, and we need to start coming together as we need to create a coalition, right, of peace and unity. Tribes are gonna go to war. It's gonna happen. That's human nature. This may happen over here. But we need to do it in an honorable way, you know. And we got to stop letting things control us. Simple.
But I'm over here having traditional country attributes about myself, and I do fucking rap music. That's hilarious, right? I think it is. When did country music get to a point to where the Dixie Chicks had to change their name and take Dixie out, and now they're just the Chicks? What are you gonna do about the song Dixieland Delight? You just gonna call it Land Delight? That sounds pretty fucking dumb. So now, without any further ado, let's get into some of these clips that are being shared right now where they're dragging my name into it.
Luke Combs hopes you'll forgive him for associating himself with a symbol he says he now recognizes is hurtful. Do you see it? Okay, zoom in some and...
Yeah, that's called selling out.
Y'all really think he come out and said this by himself? You don't think his record label daddy told him to do this? No.
He's exposing the truth. See, me, I'm half Nigerian. I love my ancestry. I love who I am. I love what I represent. I'll never turn my back on who I am, you know, ever. I'm always going to speak my truth, no matter how anyone feels, no matter if I lose subscribers. None of that matters to me. I'm always going to walk in my truth. And that's what Upchurch is saying. Like, dude, once you throw your truth away, once you sold out, you're not a man anymore. It's like in a 300 when that little Uger thing couldn't get into the 300. Leonidas told him, listen, you can't hold the shield up. I'm sorry, like, you can still like blow the war horn, but you just don't have what it takes to be in the 300. He went and what did he do? He kneeled down to and sold out the Leonidas in him. That's what you guys are doing. You're kneeling down to Babylon, going to the Pandora's box. You know, going over there, that party where all this freakish stuff was going on. You guys are kneeling down to the beast, the monster. You're selling your tribe out. Don't sell your tribe out. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Latin or you're African or so-called African. So whatever. Right? Whatever. Don't sell your tribe out. and I say so-called African because even African, that's not even, it was never called Africa, but that's, once again, that's another topic, right? Another video. But let me continue on this.
You have to. Morgan Wallen just did that thing, so you have to. You think he waited 6 years of not saying nothing, not preaching nothing about unity, but now he does, and you don't think somebody told him to? Okay.
During a conversation at Country Radio Seminar, Combs and Maren Morris talked about accountability and country music's reckoning with racism.
Who is Maren Morris? Who is that?
The Better Together singer says there's no excuses for images like this, and he wants to apologize for being associated.
Listen.
The images in question are actually part of a music video that has...
Oh, man, guys, I don't even know nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know jack shit about the Confederate flag like that. But I feel disgusted that he's just... I don't respect anybody that turns their back on what they believe in. Like, you know, I don't. You know, like, I don't. Like, as long as you're not on no, like, straight, like, racist, like, shit, like some straight, and you're just, y'all got your own, you know, I ain't mad at you, right? Do your thing. Like I said, tribe shit. Y'all go rep what y'all rep. Y'all stand by what y'all stand by. Y'all here, y'all incarnated onto this plane of existence to have an experience. Y'all have that experience. We have our experience. We have our experience, and we express that in different ways. That doesn't mean we have to beef, right? But so I don't have no problem with it, as long as, like I said, one of my closest boys, rest in peace, Wild Boy. I miss Wild Boy, right? He died at 19 due to a motorcycle crash. He repped that Confederate flag, but let me tell you something. That boy was a stand-up guy. He always hung with me. Always was around different groups of friends. He loved rap music. You know, I come from a town where, you know, we going to bonfires. We meeting up at bonfires. Everybody's at the bonfire deep, you know, turning up the rap music, all type of stuff going on. We having fun, right? So and that was one of my closest, my realest buddies right there. Rest in peace to Joseph Dylan Wagner. Look twice, save a life. You know, look twice, save a life. Be careful when you see the motorcycle riders. Look twice, save a life. Rest in peace, Wild Boy. You know, and from what I heard, he did have a grandfather who was actually extremely racist and tried to put that on him, and he rebelled against that, but still stood behind. But he still repped that Confederate flag like he didn't. But he had all type of black friends. Everybody loved Joe. Everybody loved Wild Boy. He was every time I came in town, he was one of the first ones always hitting me up, making sure I'm good, right? Tribe shit. Rep your tribe. Don't turn your back on who you are, on your roots. I don't stand behind that.
No. 331,000 likes as of mid-February 2021.
Yeah, you see the like to dislike ratio?
Because at the end of the day, too, listen, let me say something. I don't care. Look, I heard somebody on YouTube basically say, before before Europeans came to Africa, you know, it was all peace. It was all. Listen, I don't believe that, because I see human nature. I don't believe that. I believe that there had to already been internal warfares. There had to, just anywhere. Like, I don't believe that humans were always just peaceful. Like, I just don't believe that this realm is even about that. I believe this whole realm of existence is somewhere you come to learn through chaotic experiences. So I don't believe it was just, you know, like, look at, where was this at? In the Congo, I think way back, it was like the king or something. He sold his people out to slavery and converted to, you know, some religion, you know, and sold his people out. There was a lot of sellouts all over throughout history, all types of, everywhere, you know, everywhere. People, period, were wicked. You know, people are wicked. We have to understand that. Like, there's a lot of great people, a lot of good people, but we also have to understand there's so much more wicked people. That's why so much wicked things are happening today, because people are selling people out like no tomorrow. You know, instead of just sticking to their roots and saying, listen, this is who I am. This is my DNA makeup. I'm just going to stand behind it. But listen, we can have a coalition. We can work together. We need more people like that, you know? not, oh, I hate you because, no. There's got to be somebody that's powerful enough that stands up, just like those gangs in Chicago. Why is there not no, and I'm not saying there's none, right? But there's not none that we know of that's really standing up out there and that has enough power that's like, yo, we got to stop this. Listen, okay, this one killed your brother, this one killed, but we have to stop this or else it's going to go on. There's going to be more death. There's going to be, why is no one tribe shit. Like, okay, guys, sorry, my camera had stopped recording, but we back, right? So basically what I was saying was, it has to come to a point where it's like, all right, this is our tribe over here, where, you know, whatever you rap, whatever you believe in, you guys may be 2 blocks away, this is what you believe in, we've been killing each other forever, let's stop. Let's just stop. Let's stop doing what they want us to do. Let's stop. Because at this point we can all agree that people who are just rap, period. People who are so-called black, we're doing the most. I'm personally not doing the most, but as y'all can see, but people who look like me, people who are gonna look as a reflection of me, are doing the most, man. And it's because of influence of things like what he's talking about, this mainstream, this entertainment beast that just swallows people's souls up. So who's going to stand up? He's standing up for his tribe. You can't be mad at that because you don't understand it, because you don't come from that. Right? When are we going to start standing up for our tribes and actually live that? And I'm talking about everybody else. I don't care who you are. Because I don't support the attacks on Asians that's going on right now. I don't support none of that stuff. And then it's like, when someone like me does speak up, it's like they hush us. They hush us. But let me get back to the video.
Yeah. That's the like to dislike ratio. Crazy, right?
It may be one Combs wishes he could remove himself from, however, and actually, there are some who say that his record label has tried to do just that.
Yep.
He was never real then. He never believed in that.
Record labels don't tell me what to do. I tell record labels.
If you're denouncing that, you never believed in that. To the Luke Combs guy, you never believed in that. So you just rode that wave till you got famous, bro. That's crazy. It's similar to these kids out here now, gang banging. It's no difference from 6ix9ine. You was around these dudes raving that red flag around, throwing up them gang signs until things hit the fan, and now you're not with it no more. Like, or the people who just they get with these gangs or get with these crews and rep it till they get to a certain position. No, I don't stand for that. You never believed in it in the first place. You were a clout chaser. I don't like that.
Dude, that's what I've built for myself in country music.
The panel was supposed to be about new artists who've risen to the top, but after Morgan Wallen was seen saying the N-word on camera, Combs reached out to Morris and CRS and asked to talk about accountability, agreeing to address things from his past, specifically this. I am now aware how painful that image can be to someone else, and no matter what I thought at the time, I would never want to be associated with something that brings so much hurt to someone else. I want people to feel accepted. I want people
So country music, right? So the people who are putting the pressure on him to say this, right? So he can go on here and say that this is causing so much hurt to someone else, but you know, me being, you know, listening, I listen to rap, even though I hardly listen to it much anymore because of the negative effect nowadays, but you know, I still like listen to Kendrick Lamar. Let me just say this. So all these gangs that these labels are signing, throwing up these gang signs, that's not harmful internally. That's not harmful to the babies. So we picking and choosing what's harmful now? We picking and choosing what's harmful now? That's not harmful? All that gang banging, all that stuff Lil Wayne was doing, throwing up them B's, and you know, everybody throwing up B's, C's, G's, A's, F's, I's, all type of stuff. That's not harmful? It's not harmful? They can do that. They can throw up guns. They can talk about murder all day. Then you got this dude apologizing. It's crazy, man. The hypocrisy, man.
Music and by our community. Hate is not a part of my core values.
Well, I don't have hate in my core values either. And I think everyone who has watched me or come across me over the years, the majority of them know that. Otherwise, my like to dislike
because what that does is now it portrays everybody who represents the Confederate flag as a racist. And like I said, I gotta go off my personal experience. My boy Joe Wagner, his mother, his people, they show me love, and I know that there's a lot of racist people out there. There's stupid people. Like I said, humans be stupid. I'm just gonna be honest, but we can't judge everybody off of because Luke Combs, whatever what he's doing is him doing all that is just painting that picture that everybody who represents that is a racist, and I don't want nothing to do with that. I rode that to the top, but I don't want to. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all support. Just like in the so-called black community, y'all gotta be careful of a lot of these YouTubers who y'all support because they just using y'all to just get money. Simple. They using y'all for donations and stuff. They just, the way I see it, like, for example, Upchurch, right? He's bringing something forth to his people. He's doing all his music videos, documentaries, right? So if y'all funding him, those are the people y'all need to donate money to. People who are bringing it back to you, who are doing creative things. Stop donating money to people, and I'm going off of what I see on YouTube. Stop donating money to people who are just talking, bro. Like, people aren't bringing forth movies, music videos, or documentaries, or just anything. Like me personally, like I would love to do movies. I would love to bring great content. I would love to do that. But stop donating to people just because they're talking. That's for YouTube. That's for you, YouTube. Everyone on YouTube, please stop donating to people just because they sound good. Because there is something called master manipulation, and people are very good at it.
If you have hate in your heart. But here's another thing that irks me that I haven't seen anybody talk about. Why, when I see this kind of stuff and I see what people are saying, why is it like y'all are trying to make it out like black people are weak or something? They're not. You're trying to make it out like we have to baby them and stuff. We don't.
I rock with you, Upchurch. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, to even say, once again, black people, right? Once again, we are talking about there's Afro-Cubans, Afro-Colombians, Afro-Brazilians, right? Afro-Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans. There's Nigerians, South Africans. I'm naming everywhere that would so-called people would go under that black term. Black British, the Aboriginals of Australia. There's look up the Asian Aboriginals. There's what would go under black in America. We're everywhere, all four corners of the earth. So to even put us in a category like, weak, we're talking about different tribes now. Just like I wouldn't say white people. You're talking about what would go under that term in America would be Italians, Irish, Russians. We know Russians ain't no weak people, right? Not to say any of them, but who else? My mind's having a brain fart right now. But just all over the place. Hungary, if I said that right. Just so many places. So many places in that people come from that they're not going off that white. You know what I'm saying? That white term, white, black, all that stuff. Like. So, see, we're confused. I hope you guys are keeping up with me. Why America is such a confused place. America is a confused place. You go to the UK, when I pay attention to rap in the UK and I look at their neighborhoods, they be having all type of people in their neighborhoods. Like, they don't even, they call them, what they say, my brethren. You know, they be having all type, they're not on the type of time America is on, man.
Why are y'all talking and treating black people like they're totally different from us? You're treating it like, we gotta do this for the black people.
Like we're victims, right? Yeah.
Why? Don't throw us in here. We're not fucking weak. We're not sitting here asking y'all to do this and come out and give these apologies, why the fuck you think we're so weak as black people? That's how I take it. And the media is doing this to y'all.
And he's exposing what they're doing. Shout out to Upchurch. He is exposing this. Like, okay, this is something that, let me say this. This is something that for my personal YouTube, what I would like to evolve on this channel with my new subscribers. Even though I don't have a lot of subscribers, I would like to evolve. And this is something, a term that I'm gonna call my new subscribers, right? I'm gonna call you guys dragons, right? The D stands for divine, the R stands for righteous, the A stands for almighty, the G stands for greats, and the O stands for overachieving, and then NS, never slacking. Divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. Dragons. When you look at divine, you look at something that's already naturally powerful, right? Natural power when you think of divine. When you think of righteous, somebody that's always standing for what's right, that carries themselves in a respectful way. When you look at almighty, somebody who sits on that throne, right? When you look at great, right? Someone who's great is somebody who's well respected, who doesn't give up, who doesn't quit. Right? So what I said, and then overachieving is not making excuses and getting things done. You know, you don't make too many people are making excuses nowadays, right? And then never slacking, self-explanatory right there. Like, so divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. Dragons come in all type of sizes. They come in all type of colors, right? And they're from every parts of the earth. You got European dragons, you got Oriental dragons, you got American dragons, you got dragons from Africa, you got dragons from everywhere. So if you one of my subscribers, welcome to the dragon family. Welcome to the dragon family. That's the coalition I'm saying right now. Welcome to the dragon family. Divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. Because we're not going to make excuses over here. And what I want to start doing is you guys that are leaving comments, start sending me videos. No matter what you do, like send me little snippets so I can shout you out at the end of my videos. Whether it's you doing ballet, you working on a farm, you boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. It could be simple as you being a youngster at a spelling bee. Let me shout you out. Let's spread that unity. Let's spread that love. Welcome to the dragon family. So shout out to my dragons. Shout out to my dragons. What do we breathe? We breathe fire. And you know, one day, I hope one day, I'm not even going to say hope. One day, one of my dreams that I want to do is open up a camp. A camp, because I used to go to camp when I was a kid. A camp called Sky Lake. And every summer I would go there, and I met great friends there. And I want to open up a camp where I have all type of kids that can come there and just build, work out. You know, be creative, do art, do sports, live in cabins, get back in tune with nature. This is something I want to be able to do when I'm older. You know, open up a camp and for the dragons. You know, for the dragons, and really help build character. Help build character. You know, yeah, that's something I definitely want to do. Definitely. So. I'm gonna get back to this.
And y'all are falling for it. It's funny. What do you, how am I supposed to look at it? Look at the stuff y'all say. It's pretty much like you're like, oh, look, there's a black guy. Everyone tiptoe around the black guy. Hi, black guy. You're so great, black guy. Oh, I'm so sorry about this piece of cloth, black guy. I just want to let you know that I really love black people. Dude, if you ask me, I think black people that are watching this shit probably think y'all are crazy. Like, why they think we give a fuck that much? To be honest. And you want to know one fact?
And it's true, because if you actually go around black neighborhoods and stuff, they're too busy. Let's be real. They're too busy worried about what's going on in that neighborhood. Like, it's like these narratives keep getting created, but the question is who's creating them. It's just like in slavery times. See, in slavery times, a black male, wasn't allowed to even look a white person in the eyes like that. You know, he wasn't allowed. So it's like these things, but then there's a lot of you, like I say, a lot of so-called whites who y'all may have had nothing to do with slavery, and a lot of y'all was slaves, man. A lot of y'all was, like I said, indentured servants. The Irish, a lot of the slaves. Where's it come from? The Slavic people. Like, let's stop this bullshit. These narratives that are being painted out here. Let's stop this bullshit. But what I meant to, where I was going at when I said what happened with slavery, where with black men not being able to do this and that, was it's almost like now they're kind of switching that. It's like they're playing this sick game now. It's be extra nice to them now. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? For stuff that a lot of y'all may not even have had nothing to do with. Just like in the Fred Hampton movie when he said, hey, my family came over here after that. I didn't oppress nothing. We were oppressed. Like, you get what I'm saying? See the game, the mind games being played? The chess game? The chess game? The chess game?
I think it's hilarious about this whole thing. He come out and said sorry for the Outlaw music video, yada, yada, yada. I'm sorry, I won't be a better person. I swear I'll never catch rebellionitis ever again. I'm so sick. Did you know that the film crew for that music video was all black people?
Wow.
Some gangster-ass black people
Wow.
that I was friends with.
Wow.
They were the people who shot the video.
Salute, bro.
Crazy.
Wow.
That's all I gotta say about this. I can promise you I'll never say sorry for something that I don't have to say sorry for. I don't have to say sorry for symbolism I grew up around. I didn't do nothing to anybody. I don't have to make an apology video. I'll never say anything to the point to where I do have to make an apology video, because that's not who I am as a person.
Salute.
If I'm the last one left,
I'm gonna leave it there because I feel like I covered a lot and my camera is trying to stop right now. So salute the Upchurch, and that was great, man. I love the content. Keep coming with the great content that the people need to hear. And once again, shout out to the Creek Squad family. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. You know, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my Dragon family. Welcome to the Dragon family. That's what I'm promoting now. That coalition. We all coming together in unity. Keep breathing fire. Keep accomplishing goals. And I'm off this. Salute.